and Baggett. Thank you very much for being here on a very busy weekday afternoon. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you how the book Baggett All came into being and share my impressions on its content and explain why the stories of the growth of the Baggett brand and Nina Lekhi's business journey have the potential to inspire thousands of entrepreneurs all over our country and possibly the world. As is the case with many of the books Jayco publishes, the series of events that led to the publication of Baggett All are interesting to recount. Our editorial team, like most publishing teams, approaches new and established authors to write for us. Among one such name was the...
So I was asked to speak a few words about the making of the book. So there are a lot of things which I want to say. I mentioned in the acknowledgements what a fun project it has been for many reasons, which I'll outline now. So the first time I met Nina, I was totally deceived by her appearance. She looks like this petite, cute thing, but she's like someone who's got, she's like a 100 horsepower human machine. And she's trapped in this tiny form which she recharges thrice a day through meditation. And that is SSY meditation, which the book extensively covers. So she has this amazing enthusiasm to keep doing new things all the time. And I have to add, and this is something I threatened Nina from day one, that the day the book launch happens, which has taken 2 years, I mean, a baby takes 9 months and this book has taken 18 months to come out. So I told her the day the book is launched, I'm going to tell people how, the first interview for this book, can you even guess where it was? It was in Mandi Lake, okay? It was in the lake outside Katar Khadak school, where Lekhi studies, where the SSY ashram is. And she said, we've never done an interview in the lake before, so why don't you just do an interview in the lake? And here I was with my iPhone, it was the first interview. I said, okay, so if anything happens to the iPhone, she said, don't worry, just visualize that nothing will happen and just come on in and start taking the interview. And I started taking the interview and I told her, if anything happens to this phone, you get the invoice not only for a new iPhone, it's also for a Baggett bag. Because as cliche as it may sound, I have been using Baggett bags for the last 8 years. And this is before I knew that there was someone called Nina Lekhi behind these bags. And the simple reason for that, I've got one here just to show people, my laptop fits in it. And this is the only bag, created by an Indian brand, which doesn't split at its seams, with the weight of your laptop. So for me, that was, it was recommended to me and I started using Baggett bags. And every time I went to a Baggett store, I always saw that there was a lot of camaraderie between the Baggett staff and, the customers, me being the customer in that case. And there was something uncanny because there was a book written by Nina's husband, Manoj Lekhi, called Your Child is Your Parent. And I used to keep discussing with the Baggett, employees that, how can you get me this book at a discount? Like, can I bundle it with, a bag or a wallet? And, as destiny, ordains, here.
Athiya, can you have an extension? And I will be the host for the evening.
So I met Athiya in the morning today, and she was extremely curious, and she had a ton of questions which she wanted to ask Nina. But I think we figured out the best platform to ask those questions would be here. So Athiya, you want to start?
Okay, so first, sorry because I lost my voice. It is my best friend's wedding, so yeah, that's why. But I'm just really excited to be here today, and this book is so inspiring, especially because it talks about how a woman has achieved her dreams at such a young age and made this company, and it had me on the title itself, Baggett All, and I think that's what was so special. But my first question to you is, what inspired you to write this book?
I always felt that if I can do it, anyone can do it. It wasn't like I had some, heavy degrees of high education or any particular caliber, but just the zest and that goal that I want to do what I wish to do in my life. And I think all of us within us have that dream, and I think you just got to go at it. It's going to happen.
And my second question, which I'm sure all of you all also want to know, is what is the secret of success?
So there are many secrets for success, according to me. I think mainly it's the inner growth. I think it's just like how the deeper your roots are, the taller the tree and the flower. Similarly, I think being in our silence, meditation, I think taking time out, which is what I think one of them just told about. We take all our office team for the meditation programs. I think that creates a different kind of energy. And I think we do a lot of work on work, but if you do stuff on your internal, in your mind, there are a lot of laws of attraction, and there's so many things that actually play bigger roles than what just work plays. And obviously organizing and time management, the whole corporate ethics do go on.
Thank you. Athiya, do you meditate?
My manager over there, she's looking at me with big eyes. My mom does the same. So does my dad. I'm a very hyper person, but I think I'm going to start meditating.
That's the inspiration, right? Okay. So Neha, in the book you talk about the different phases of your life and how those phases then change your decisions and then you achieve certain milestones. Do you want to talk something about what phases were there and what milestones you achieved?
I think all of us being women have a lot of phases in our lives, especially the kind where you get married, you go into a new house. But I had great support. My mother-in-law is better than my mother, I could say. Most supportive and all the freedom possible. And then I obviously, I did a program which my husband runs, a business program. And from there, I had this dream that I don't want to just be a bag manufacturer, a karkhanedar, what I would call it, but I want to have my own stores. And that's where I took off, and that is the second milestone that I had, where I opened my own exclusive brand outlet. Then I think wonderful Vedosi coming into my life, then being a mother is a beautiful experience. And then there are many more smaller ones.
So Baggett, we all are talking about, I think, our Prime Minister talks about now Make in India. You did this 25 years ago, and so when that time, I think the trend was about how nice imported goods are, and you should, Indian brands are not that well recognized. You started that campaign that time. Did you vision this is going to be happening, or you just did it, and you still want to? Of course, you want to continue. You still Make in India. It's cruelty free. How does that, all make you feel special that you did that then and it's a buzzword today?
I'm glad that the Prime Minister has joined me in my venture because I think it's so obvious. It's your own Matrabhumi, and if you don't work for your own country and you don't give employment to your people, it's like, I don't know what to say.
In the book, it clearly says that you disagreed with, again, a very successful entrepreneur, Indra, that she says that women can't have it all. They can either have career or family. I've read the book. I know you can have it all. I see you here. Do you want to just tell everyone why you strongly disagreed? I know because you have your reasons, but I think everybody will want to know that.
Yeah, I think work-life balance for most of us women is really, really difficult. But I think you can crack it. And the way in the secret, I think, to getting it right is to totally surrender to the husband firstly. I remember when I was getting married and Manjo asked me once that, will you leave manufacturing, will you stop working if I tell you to? And I had said, yeah, I was in love and I am in love. So that was the first thing. And I think the second thing that also happened is, I think most of us run the Saas Bahu stories in our houses. But I was really lucky to have a mother-in-law and father-in-law who were like so wonderful. And me surrendering again to them gave me that support to be able to leave Vedosi with them, how being taken care of, so I could be, completely there and do it. That's so important about the family.
Athiya, you work in an industry where this has always been said that working actresses, once they're married or become moms, do not continue working. So it's pretty much a similar philosophy that women can have it all. So now I think the new age actresses have changed that. Do you agree, and do you have it all?
Yeah, there's an example right now, which is Kareena Kapoor Khan, who's given birth to a beautiful baby boy, but she's still owning it and is doing whatever she does best. And yeah, I think times have changed and women are becoming more powerful and there are more films oriented around women. So yeah.
So adding beauty to your life, inside and outside, is a beautiful and a philosophical statement. Love to hear your views on that, Neena.
So I think beauty in a person would be obviously how she dresses and how she looks, but her inside being very pure and simple and clear and loving is the person. And similarly in the products that we create, the outside obviously has to look very, very beautiful, but also the inside has to be very functional. So you know where all your stuff is, where you can find it. That's what I feel, beauty inside and outside.
So it's reflected both in person and in your products and in the book. So Neena, we've heard about your inspirations and milestones, but what is it that inspires you every day to take new leaps? Is it something like something for your daughter, your family, your work? So what is that?
So I guess it's my dream. I think it's the programs that I do regularly, the meditation programs which my husband conducts. And in that, I keep seeing my vision, and that is what drives me to achieve what I want to achieve.
Athiya, what about you? Is there anything particular that inspires you every day?
I think it might sound cliche. I think the most important thing is self-belief. To believe in yourself and to believe in your dreams, and also to make your parents proud. I think that's what gives me the motivation.
I think when we were discussing earlier today, Darwin was talking about your story. You want to share that little story at the airport?
Yeah. So I remember I had dragged my parents to America to look at different colleges, and we was actually on our way there, or on our way back. I don't remember, but. We were sitting at Heathrow, the lounge, and my mom, being mother, we always know what the child is feeling. So she kept looking at me and asking me what happened, and wasn't saying anything. And she was just like, I know, like this is not making you happy. So why don't you just tell us what you really want to do? And I said that I don't think I want to go to a liberal arts college, and I don't want to study, but I want to be an actress. And I never really said it out loud, but it was always something that I wanted to do. And I think I followed my dreams, and obviously with my parents' support. And I think that's really important, to believe in yourself, to stand up for yourself, because that's what takes you forward.
So I think this is the exact philosophy what Neena talks about in the book. I'm nowhere endorsing that we should not study. I think we should all study. But we just
studied. Yes, I was very good student.
So now, Neena, what should we expect from Neena Lekhi in this year as a brand and as a person?
So we're already coming out with a new line, Neena Lekhi, which is going to be higher end and baguette range, and a little bit more edgy, and a little bit more coming out of my boredom of just doing the baguette kind of bags in a new line, like a designer range. And I guess baguette, international forays are waiting on us.
And as a person?
As a person, to grow more and more in my inner self, so I can just create what I want, like Richard Bach's book.